Hi everyone, this is the Dupe Parenting Podcast. My name is Ibrahim Suleiman.
And my name is Ejiofor Suleiman.
And we have our friends here. I love it. See, that's why they're here.
Welcome to the Waiting Pod.
Everyone, welcome to another episode of Season 2's Dupe Parenting Podcast. My name is Ibrahim Suleiman, and this lovely lady here is...
Ejiofor Suleiman.
And we have our friends in the house!
I love when my friends come here and start doing drum rolls.
Because none of our friends are okay. So if you meet anybody with us and the person behaves like her, right? They're her friends. I met them through her. She's the one that brought them into the family. If you meet people with us,
that are worse than what you saw before, they are like him.
None of our friends are okay. My friends are not okay. These are the Ikechukwu. This is Florence.
Thank you very much.
And that is Ike.
And they've been in my life for 16 years.
Oh yeah.
And in mine for 7
years.
Bruv. Although myself and this man knew each other from years ago because we both used to be dancers and choreographers.
Oh yeah.
But we didn't know that we were going to end up as family.
I did tell you.
So they both played Chuks and Ene on Tinsel. And, so she's her best friend on the show. He is my best friend on the show.
Peace.
And
we are best friends in real life. So we couldn't... This podcast wouldn't be complete if we didn't have them on board because they are our seniors.
This parenting.
Oh, remember that friend that I told you that I said, do me well. Why didn't you tell me? That she now replied, if I had told you, will you carry Bele? Ladies and gentlemen.
Florence.
Yay!
You always make me proud. You make me proud.
I say you make me proud.
That's me.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. I mean, they might not want anybody to say this, but me, I will say it. I know they just got back. So, she's
I checked my busy schedule. I saw an opening. I said,
I just, squeezing parts of,
Oh, yeah.
Get this over and done.
Yes.
Whoa. You say get it over and done.
I will see people at work.
No, they are fam now. I will show you that. You're fam now.
We're one.
So these guys have been married for a decade.
Oh, when you say it like that, I feel like ancient of days. Yes, you've been married for a decade.
Yes.
I've been putting up with this guy for 10
years. No, longer because you guys dated before you got married.
Yes.
Well, I've known her for how long? I knew her in school.
Oh yeah, that's true. You guys were in the same department.
And the funny thing? All my friends knew her.
Yeah.
And all her friends knew me.
Yeah.
So, and the friends that knew her,
were always speaking nice things about me. Like, they talk about how much I
love you finish. I know you.
Wait,
let him finish.
Okay.
There's this part I want to say now, but
this is a safe place.
Okay.
When you get home, you will deal with you.
Bro, as long as
her head is always big when I say this kind of thing. Actually, she was the best
graduating student type of thing
in her class.
Acting. Na podcast with this. Be audible.
She was the best acting student in her class.
Yeah, so it was always enough for me.
I wanted to. So her friends knew her, and my friends knew her, and I wanted to meet her, and now as my guy, So, but whenever I got to meet. Whenever she passes, I'm like, she just passed.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was so
focused.
Tunnel vision. Like school. I knew I had to come out.
Then when I eventually met her, she was playing. When I eventually saw her, she was on stage. She was playing a mad woman.
Well,
and she played it well, right?
Very well. That was her best role ever in school.
He's right.
But we never got to talk at all, as in at all. So fast forward now, I met in Tinsel. So she saw me and maybe that guy.
No, this is my story. Let me tell it.
But you said I told you well. So you have to.
He's told you. He says I told you.
So when I saw him, he was talking to Dami. I won't forget. And we all know Dami is hot.
I mean, it is what it is.
And I was like, what's he feeling like? Because he's talking to a fine girl. He can't even say hello to his senior because, as it happens, I graduated.
Oh yes, she did.
Oh my
Jump us at home.
Jump.
So we sat at home for a while. You know?
So I was like, he can't even say hello to his senior. What's that? Because I came here for an interview. What's the meaning of that? You know, and so I just blanked him. Like, if you won't say hello, I won't say hello to you. But
I was 5.
It was later I confronted him. And I was like, guy, how are you? I know you now from Unilag. He was like, oh, yes. I'm like, you don't even recognize me.
You actually did, oh, yeah.
Yeah, very annoying.
My time to show. Long story short, my friend, my sweetheart.
The one that did not tell me what I was going to do. You think I'm going to be on your side here?
Get that one now.
Yeah, these are the last knuckles you will chop.
I know.
Because
let me enjoy the audience. So I now told him, I was like, so you don't even remember me. It was later down the line, he now started telling me how much he's been chasing after me. Like his friends, I was like, oh, that's the most brilliant girl in school. And he's like, oh, where's she? And already I'm off to library or off to church. I was such a good girl.
So fast forward.
Your
Fast forward.
will hear it.
I tell you, fast forward, we became friends, and the rest is history.
Yeah. You have how many kids? We know, but the audience would like to know.
Yeah.
Two
amazing kids.
Gorgeous kids.
So to be honest, their children are beautiful. Like, no jokes. You can stare at them for a while.
Yeah, and it's all me.
You can stare at them for a while.
Thank you, bro.
My brother is a 5 boys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Beautiful.
It's all me.
So
what is the, I'm going to ask, what's the craziest things your kids have ever done that shocked you? Both of you, each of them, the girl and the guy. Do you want to call them Chidinma and Ike? Ike Junior.
Oh, yes.
Second.
So
Ike
is the second.
Yes, he says Ike
no, we don't do
second.
junior.
No, junior.
No.
Second.
Second. Yes. And he's telling me that he's going to have his own.
Ike.
When he gets his own boy, he's going to name it Ike.
Ike
He's going to be the Ike the third.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
No. Okay, the third. Okay, because my
No, he never says third. He says third.
Did you guys look at him and be like,
Yes, we say third. It means something else. But mommy, that's how I like it. Ike the third.
This is the funniest thing I've ever done.
No, boy.
So what's the craziest thing they've ever done?
Baby, isn't that crazy enough?
No, apart from Ike, Chidinma.
She's proper though.
Yeah.
She's so proper.
The proper senior
Yeah.
sister.
She knows the whole Ada thing. She takes it to another level. Like it gets to a point we hardly even tell Ikechukwu what's right or what's wrong.
She
does it.
Will do it.
Yes.
She does it quite well.
Yes.
As you need to see her. Ikechukwu don't. When she's talking to the younger brother, I hear her. Ikechukwu, don't drop it. Drop it. You're not supposed to take it yet. Now you've not finished.
She's 9.
So
Y'all didn't waste any time though, did you?
Thank you very much.
who trained her that way? Because it's definitely came from somebody.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean the talk.
Wow. No, your man,
No, the way she talks now.
No.
I know Florence to be very.
It's true, Sha. You're scolding in nature.
Yeah.
No, but the girl.
Do you know we have to take that as a compliment or not?
Is that a compliment? I don't know. I still don't know.
No, but the girl, one thing about her is that she likes knowing things. You know?
She's very inquisitive.
Yeah, she wants to know those things so that she can teach others.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
she's always asking you, Daddy, how does this work? And you tell her, and she's like, you now see her talking to her cousins or her younger brother. Same words, same tone. Now this thing, the way it comes on, you don't have to press it too much. You know, as in you see her talking like an adult. You know, it's amazing.
I swear, kids of these days, they should come with a manual. You know, so you just say, wait, let me get your manual.
Fam. See, this thing just said. There's a
No,
lot.
not that frequency.
Yeah. So Chidinma is 9. How old is Ike?
He's 7.
Yeah. So what's the difference between, like, in the way that they behave between 5 and 7? Because I kind of know what it's like between 1 and 3. So 5 is the next something we're getting to. So.
Well, for Ike,
Oh, Ike is second.
yes, that boy is sugar. He's on a natural high.
So
He's everywhere. Come back here. No, come back. No, go. You know, he's and the smile. Look at the smile. You know, and when you now give him sugar,
Oh my goodness.
is on another level. You know, but
I didn't know that bombastic side eye doesn't work outside Nigeria.
Oh.
Yes. In Nigeria here, you just look at him and he gets it. But over there.
Because, my man probably already knows that here, if you do any of the flog in public, nobody will have a problem.
Yes.
But there,
I almost checked if there were some child act protection.
yes.
You
So you can just
Official won't be arrested.
tap him small. But the sister is the opposite,
Yeah.
And that, that. Well, in as much as he is hype and all that, he still knows how to when to rein it in. Because this whole discipline thing and all that, you have to start very early.
Mm-hmm. So that brings me to the crux of the matter. I actually said crux. So the two major things, Florence, don't talk to me again. But in fact, we're breaking up. The two major things that we want to talk to you guys about today are discipline. When to start, how to go about it, how long to sustain or prolong, whatever. And then second thing is, because Yoma and I are from different ethnicities.
You guys, it's different. You Igbo. So.
You would think so, but no. Because even as Igbos, we still have different dialects.
Yeah.
Now and then.
I speak Owerri, and he speaks, Acha.
So
from Abia.
Yes.
So, but it's like, so I understand that the dialects are different, but is there like a middle ground type of hybrid pidgin English, pidgin Igbo type of thing?
There is the central Igbo, but I am not so savvy. All I know is my own dialect. So we got to a point where he agreed that, okay, it's okay. You can teach them your dialect, It's because he is not so fluent. So the little that he remembers, he says once in a while and it confuses them all the time.
I can imagine.
Your kids,
but the advantages, like we said earlier, is Igbo. So there's a ground where we all meet. There's things because if they learn her Igbo, which they are learning already, they would find it easier to learn mine.
Because her own is harder.
Yeah, her own is harder.
But she's just more fluent than you.
Yes, and if they learn this, at least they need a base to stand on, something to stand on. No matter what tribe you are, they need to learn one language.
Fair.
So at what age did you start teaching them?
2. As soon as I could call their name and they would, respond, I knew that they were ready. So I just started,
So now if you guys are out in public and you talk to them, they know...
Some.
Who is better?
Chidinma.
She's older.
No, it's not even about that. Chidinma has ears for language.
She does.
She's very good in French. She's good in, she has the ear for language. But uncle...
uncle?
Lean this way. He leaned this way.
Ikechukwu do, which is sit. He'll look at me, do.
And he likes to analyze.
And I've been saying this do for
He likes to analyze.
years.
He likes to analyze. So you see him do.
So
can he also
Norana. People say it is as what? Do. Wow.
Wait. Hold up. So, if from your part of Abia State,
me and Ike's part of Abia State.
It's still different from Aito.
and then
Yeah, it's different.
So it's
Like what you guys say?
Nodala.
Norana.
Yeah.
And then yours do. Period. I love you all. I love it. I love it.
Straight to the point.
Do. So if you say do twice in quick succession, do.
Do.
I can see why he analyzes.
Goodness. So you say anyway. Wow,
no.
I just learned something. Like I didn't know do was sit in Igbo.
Okay, how do you guys say sorry?
Ndo.
We say ndo.
We say ndo, but my acha is aai.
Yeah.
So we in fact we are blessed in this country.
Like,
Yeah.
It's aai. We say ibalochu. That's us. Ibalochu is that it. Have you eaten? Have you had breakfast?
Didi, what did you say? What do you think Ibalochu mean?
Have you woken up? Ibolachi.
No, not ibolachi. Ibalochu. There's another one we say.
I guess why that would mean that.
You get. In fact, there's a slang in my
Like
dialect.
have you eaten?
Yeah, you can also say.
Our own is
You are
Hilary.
speaking Central Igbo.
Yes.
You're speaking Central Igbo. If
Come to my school. It's better. Don't go to their school.
because if Popsy would definitely understand what I'm saying. He will understand what I'm saying because Sukwato, we have I can also say Iyalapiom. It's a slang in my language. Have you had breakfast?
That's so suggestive.
You know.
Florence just said it is suggestive. I am screaming in my head.
Seriously now.
So I mean, it's easier for her to just teach them. So as they grow, they get to pick things and add it
And then,
so do you have conversations with Ike in Igbo? That's what we asked at first, right?
Yeah.
Like both of you.
Can you converse?
Can you converse?
I can talk to Chidinma and she would understand.
No, I'm saying
both of us actually.
No, talk the kids first. I want to hear the kids before two of you. If you can converse and they would hear.
Yes,
Okay.
for Chi. But Ikechukwu, I always have to translate back to English and then back to Igbo again.
so that he can at least
Yes,
have reference.
yes.
But he's speaking. He's a lot better than before than last year.
Okay.
He's
He's improving.
Florence just rolled her eyes like.
I've seen the improvements, but
Wow, man. And here we were sitting and thinking that, you know what? They must have it a lot easier than we. Well, you guys still have it easier than we do, or we will. Because, we don't speak any common Nigerian language apart from Pidgin English, which, But yeah, do you guys so if both of you want to gossip, not gossip, if you guys want to have private conversations about the children, in front of the children, how do you guys go about it?
Okay, so Ike understands Oweri. I don't know how he does it, but he understands. It's in the feedback.
That's the problem.
That's where the network disconnects. But I can go on and I know that he understands. My mom calls sometimes and speaks to him in Oweri and he understands. But he now has to go to come to the room. Let me give you.
Let me tell you what I think about what you just said. Let me respond to that.
So you see the language thing, because of that, my language, as in our dialects, is easier to pick up from other dialects.
Right.
And my sister she's good nowhere, so she speaks it all the time in the house. But so when we get to, like you said, gossip in front of the kids, we use
Correct.
And she chips it in with, tries to.
She now does the pidgin
because
version.
her ears are.
Are you serious?
She's
because these children are always listening.
Yes, and they play dumb.
Yes,
they play dumb.
They
play dumb, and they start playing dumb from 2 years old.
See, your boy is already doing that.
Your boy is doing that also.
They play dumb.
He acts like he's not listening. He doesn't know what's going on. But
everything, yes. Manipulation.
Like, give you silence.
Yes.
They
It's
just
like
manipulate.
They get so good at it.
don't let them get your remote.
So how do you put your foot down to make sure that they do not get your remotes and manipulate you or pitch you guys against
This
each
is your
other?
time to redeem yourself. Because she did not tell me anything. So better start telling me.
Okay, we are members of the old school in terms of discipline.
Do not spare the rod.
Old school, all the way. And we started early.
How early did you start? Like the spanking?
As soon as he could identify, as soon as he could hear his name.
So
Like we call him and he says,
I noticed that when, I said, it's he. So that means Chidinma did not
She
really...
was like a breeze.
Yes.
Like she didn't stress me out. She didn't stress us at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. But him,
all the stress that Chidinma should have given us, he passed it with his own.
It's kind of, people will get this stress.
oh my goodness. Okay, so one of the things that we tried to do was I try to balance my upbringing with what is now. Because whether you like it or not, there is a trend
World is
going on,
changing,
and we can't use the same
Yeah.
iron hand that our parents use. Sometimes there are things that happen, and I'm like, okay, what would my mom do? And there are things that happen, I'm like, oh, okay, what should I do, or what should we do? Like for example, when they were growing up, I used to cut their meat. When I put chicken, I'll cut it in bits. I was feeling like a funky mommy. I cut it in bits. They'll eat it with the food and all of that. I felt okay. It was nice. And I mean, I didn't have that. Growing up, you have to eat the meat
If
at
you
the
don't finish
end.
that food,
Yes.
You will not even see meat in your plate.
Thank you. Later I started thinking about it. I say, why were our parents so insistent on us eating our food later? I realized that it's because they wanted us to understand delayed gratification. They wanted you to understand that you have to work to earn something. So I started with my kids. Don't touch your meat until you're done eating. And it has helped them. They understand. Like I try to explain it to them because you have to finish your food to be able to eat your meat. So those are things that we shouldn't totally scrap because I feel like a lot of us now, we think all those, those strong-handed way they brought us up.
It made us watch. Like I see on Twitter all the time, people are like, oh, we called it discipline, but we're actually damaged. Our parents damaged us. But, I think the problem was that our parents, one of the things that I'm glad that we are doing better is
as a few of us,
we are conversing with our children.
Yes.
We're letting them understand the principles behind the actions.
Exactly.
Like you have told them that the reason why you don't eat your meat while you're eating your food is because you must finish your food, then eat your meat, because it helps you, understand patience and processes and everything. Our parents didn't tell us anything.
You must.
Touch that meat, you collect.
It's fire brigade. You must do this like this, and nobody needs to explain to you why. Yeah.
And you won't blame them that much because in their own time, because of the political and economic atmosphere, they had to instill fear, so that we won't
do anyhow.
Don't do anyhow. But I mean, look at us. We didn't turn out so bad, did we?
No.
So that means they did something right.
Yeah.
The only thing that, like you said, they didn't explain the things.
Yes.
They just instilled it and like, do it this way. So the difference is us just explaining. And to me, discipline is not really carrying the cane. But it has to be done. You have to discipline that child. He needs to know rules. He needs to know. I mean, everybody wants a child who is smart, who is responsible, who is expressive, and who's obedient. Everybody wants that kind of child. And how do you instill those things? Discipline. This, you don't do this, you don't do this. So that when he grows up, he's going to be a gentleman or a pretty nice lady, Yeah. So it's important. And I feel it's as important, and it has to come in very early. As soon as the kid can actually hear, it has to start. There was one thing that happened to us. I don't know. I remember. We were in church back then. Was it before or after? Just after we had Chi. I can't remember. I think it was before we had Chi. There was this lady in church. Her kids was just running up and down. The boy was running. I'm like, it was getting on my nerves. And after church, we sat down in the car and like, she now told me the same thing as she was like, that boy. I was like, you too. So at that point we realized, okay, we have something in common. That means we need
the values.
Yeah, those values are. You have to align. You have to align so that when that good cop, bad cop thing, if not, the kids will manipulate you.
Because baby.
Yes, they still try us. They still try us.
Wait, for real?
They still try
at
us.
this point, they
still
so
try
they're
us.
never going to stop trying to pitch
so you also have to be consistent in your.
Because
what
her
did Daddy
son,
say? Daddy said no. Then do. No, it's no.
Yeah.
So yes, your son has already started trying to pit us against each other. And the person who is falling for it the most is not me. I won't name names, but of the two people involved, I'm the one who is not falling for it.
Do you have anything to say?
Is it you?
No, because I'm waiting for you to tell me. Because people did not tell me. See this episode is for me to blame people for everything that happened. You will blame. It's Florence and Ike. They did not want me.
No, but for real, I actually thought Uma was going to be the.
I thought.
Shebi, I said it.
I thought I
you
was.
You people heard me when I said it.
Last episode.
Yes.
They heard you. It's okay. Bring your voice down. Off your
mic. Honorable. Off your mic, honorable. Listen, this young lady, before we got married, I mean, they even tell her, say, no, baby, don't be too harsh. She's like, no, he cannot do this. And he or she will not do anyhow, blah, blah, even when she was pregnant. Boom. Baby boy came out and he just lost focus. All he needs to do now is come and just do.
My plans are still there. My plans are still there.
Exactly. Mama, you just touch her face.
No, but my plans are still there.
Maybe you spanked him one time, and that's the
I know that one time. But I still have plans. Do you want to hear my plans? Let him get older. You discipline him to now. Older, I will spank well.
You sound like a Nigerian politician.
But
I will.
No, but seriously, I'm because I kept saying that why I didn't spank him then because I felt like he wasn't understanding or hearing everything I was telling him. Now that I know, I'm being serious.
Okay, baby.
Don't roll your eyes at me, young man. I was too bad. Now that I know that he hears and he understands what we say, I've started telling him no. Especially if you're not around where I can say, oh, Dada is coming, or I'll call Dada for you or something. I will have to take action. I have to be the one that will then put my foot down because Dada is not there for me to say Dada is coming.
Yeah, I'm the boogeyman now. I'm John Wick.
Oh wow. Okay. You have to. But you know the thing about the whole discipline thing, that there are levels to it. And that was another thing that our parents did that I would question. They use the same formula for
All the children.
all the kids. Kids are different.
Fair.
There are different levels. The main thing is that it's discipline, sure. But there are different levels. There are some kids, I used to laugh at people who say, go into the naughty corner, but that is also part of the, part of the things you can actually use to, discipline.
They trust me, they hate the naughty corner.
Yeah, because you tell him to face the wall and he cannot stand it. He cries.
And
but
there are
when
some
he's
kids,
jokingly, he will face the wall jokingly. Then he will now turn and look at you and say, Mama, face the wall.
And I'm sure you join.
Yeah.
Before.
But when
and if that works, if that works, then use it. There's a point where it also depends on the offense. How much the offense. There's sometimes that not gonna might not work. So you have to figure out something out. Yes. Like that. Yeah. And for every kid, like she doesn't want to disappoint us.
Right. Typical firstborn.
She doesn't want to disappoint us. So if you want to finish
Just
her,
bombastic side eye is enough. She'll start crying.
yes, I think I also learned that from my dad. If you want, my dad never, at a point, he used to. Are you? But after a while, he stopped, and we were begging for him to just spank us a bit because
It was worse.
yeah, instead of he would just say, I care you. I didn't expect that from you. And he walk out. My goodness, that nailed
Damage
me.
done.
So and that's how she is. There are different levels, but you always need to draw the line for them. And good cop, bad cop, good cop. Because even now, Ikechukwu, especially,
the second.
mommy will come, as in he will come to me and say, mommy, daddy, you want to watch TV? Because I have to do TV time. I have to do TV time for them.
Oh, that's another thing.
Screen time.
When did you start TV time?
School.
Yes, it started from when so my sister-in-law, she has 3 kids and they are all very level-headed kids. So one of the things that she advised us to do was, she said, once it's school time, no TV at all. No screen time, no laptop, no iPad, nothing. It's just you and your books. If you're not going to read, go and sleep or go and play with your toys, but you are not watching TV. They can watch TV on Saturday and Sunday. But Monday to Friday, no TV. So they kind of got used to it. So they can be in the house and the TV is off, there's no laptop, there's no iPad, and they're fine because they are used to it. And we started when she was 4.
In fact, when we heard it, then we didn't believe that it would work.
I will walk, yeah.
No screen
You
time.
guys actually started that at about 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
So we
it
had to go and buy
wasn't
our own TV.
Yes. We didn't believe that because when myself telling me, I was like, no screen time, no TV, but we started it and it was, and they got used to it. They got so used to it, like no screen time on weekdays. That they look forward to Fridays.
Because when they come back from school on Friday,
Exactly.
weekend
So we do something every Friday, a movie night. Movie night, we sit down together to watch film. Then they know Saturday, Sunday they can watch TV. So they got used to it. So weekdays,